Hey friends, Dave Burkus here. Welcome back to the Daily Burk. Today we are talking about how to survive a toxic work environment. And this is actually sort of a reaction to a couple different episodes of the Daily Burk that we'll put links to below or above or wherever we put links that dealt with the fact that good employees leave bad company cultures, whether the manager is good or not. And we also talked about how to deal with toxic people, with difficult people in your life. And that then kind of begged a follow-up question, which was, what do you do if you're in a toxic company culture? How do you survive that? And so today I'm going to give you 3 different strategies for surviving a toxic company culture. Although strategy 1 is not really a strategy, it's simply leave, right? Get out. Unless you're in a position of leadership, or unless you want to spend 20 years soaking in the toxicity, maybe less, of the company to arrive at a leadership position where you have some ability to change the company culture, you're probably not going to change the company culture. And the culture itself is probably not going to change. And so your best strategy is go find a different place to be your best self and do your best work. You're not going to be able to do that right off the bat. You're going to want to line up new opportunities, get new offers and things before you leave. And that brings us to strategies 2 and strategies 3. Strategy 2 has to deal with auditing the people that you are interacting with. In any toxic workplace environment, there are other people like yourself. There are other would-be survivors who are trying to stay positive, who are trying to focus on the work, who are actually reinforcing each other. And audit who you're interacting with and make sure you're spending more time with them and less time with these other people that are really reinforcing that culture. You'll also probably find in spending less time with these people that means you're going to be spending less time in things like meetings and after-hours company events and things like that. That's all okay because your plan is to get out of there. Focus in on doing the work, focus on accomplishing the objectives that you have to do and accomplishing the things that are going to look good on your resume to new companies to work with. Focus on those things and focus on the few positive people that also want to be survivors. And the third thing to do is actually has less to do with the work environment and more with after work. Make sure that you are separating out that toxicity of the work environment from your home life, your friend's life, your personal life, etc. You might need to develop a routine whereby you actually take an extra long commute home just so you have that ability to do it. You might just have to change your route so that you have something pleasurable to do, whether it's going to the gym or, even just walking home, but making sure that you're walking through a park. Whatever you can do to help you mentally leave all of that baggage in the workplace, or at least shed it during your commute home, so that when you're home, you're back in that environment with positive people. You're back in that environment with people you love, and they're not being negatively affected by what you're dragging home. So make sure you're establishing those boundaries. Remember, number 2, make sure that you are connecting with people who are other would-be survivors and spending less time with the people that reinforce that toxicity. And then, of course, number 1 and the most important, get out. In the long term, get out. Maybe bring those other would-be survivors with you once you do, but focus on getting out of there and finding somewhere where you can be your best self and you can do your best work. Thanks so much for watching this episode of The Daily Burk. Leave a comment below. Let me know your strategy to get out, or did you work in a toxic environment? How did you get out, etc. And while you're leaving that comment, make sure you are followed or subscribed to the show because we're posting new episodes every single weekday designed to do that exact thing, help you do your best work ever. Speaking of that too, we've got a bunch of cool resources at davidburkus.com/resources that you can check out. All of it is free, all of it designed to help you, so check all of those things out. We'll have links below. And in the meantime, thank you again so much for watching The Daily Burk.